You'll find a complete listing of all the items that I used in this DIY in the description box below. Start out by unwrapping the picture frame and the mirror. Once that's done, completely take both pieces apart. Once that's done, take them outside and spray them with the silver spray paint. This is what the frames look like after I spray painted them. I made sure to get inside the larger frame, and I got inside and along the outsides of the smaller frame. Alright, so now I'm going to take some Mod Podge and glitter and coat my frames with it. You don't necessarily have to do this step, but this is something that I just like to do. Because I will be adding the mesh bling, this will stand out in the background. I'm using glitter that I purchased from Walmart, but Dollar Tree also sells glitter. Use the paintbrush of your choice and brush the mixture onto the frame. Now I want to make sure I get the inside of this frame, because you will be able to see it. Alright, now I'm going to flip this over and put some on the outside of this frame as well. Alright, as you can see, both frames are completely dry. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. But yeah, the glitter and Mod Podge mixture really gives it a beautiful look. I'm going to set this aside. What I want to do now is replace my mirror back on the inside, and this is going to be permanent. So I'm just going to add some E6000, or you don't necessarily have to make it permanent. So I'm just going to add some E6000 in the corners and in the middle. And I'm also going to replace the back. And just press these back down. And you can also take a bead of hot glue and glue it in place as well. I might do that at the end of the craft. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is take my frame and set it right in the center. As you can see, I have some glue seeping out here, but I'll clean that up later. Now I have centered my frame. And I'm not going to glue it down because remember, we need to replace the glass. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want to place these inside here. So what I'm going to do is just arrange these inside this frame. Okay, so as you can see, I randomly placed them inside the frame. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my E6000. I could use the FIXALL, but I know I have a permanent hole with this E6000. So I'm just going to put on my mask and start gluing these down in place. Alright, so that's what you do until they're all glued down. Once they're all glued in place, I'll come back and show you the next step. As you can see, all of the acrylic pieces are in place. So I'm going to let this dry, come back, and go on to the next step. Okay guys, I'm back. And this is what it looks like so far. So the next thing I want to do is replace my glass and then glue this down. I made a mistake by not checking all the pieces with the glass in place before I glued them down. So I've had to add some rhinestones on the bottom to lift this a little bit so that it can accommodate the acrylic pieces. So all I did was took a rhinestone like this, put some E6000 on the top, on the top of the rhinestone and then just glue them down. So that raised it up a little bit. Alright, so what I want to do next is glue my glass in place. Again, I'm going to take some E6000 and just go right inside. And just press it down. Add some hot glue to hold it in place. Now add some E6000 to each gem that you glued to the frame. And now I'm going to stand up and put this in place. So now that I have this in place, I'm going to add some weight to press it down. I'm going to let that dry for about an hour. Come back and then go on to the next step. A couple hours later, and this is how it looks. Alright guys, so let's move on to the next step. Now I want to go ahead and add some bling to the outside frame. And here I've cut the pieces already. This is actually 4 rows. So I'm going to glue this here and this piece here. And then I'll glue these in the middle. Completely done trimming the outside frame. I went ahead and put 1 row all the way around the outside edge of the frame as well. I was going to add bling to this frame as well, but I've decided against it because I kind of like the way this looks. So what I'm going to do now is mix some additional Mod Podge and glitter and do 1 more layer over the outside frame. Once that's done, I'll come back and go on to the next step. So my second layer of Mod Podge and glitter mixture is completely dry. So I decided to go ahead and trim this out with some additional rhinestones in the corner and in the middle. I might come back in later and add some other designs, but we'll see. And I'm also going to add beads around here. I like the way it looks, the way it's opened, because of the rhinestones I had to put underneath here. But over time, I'm sure it'll trap dust on the inside, so I don't want that. So I'm going to go and purchase some of the Dollar Tree silver beads and trim this out. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and put these in place. Okay, so this is what we have. And as you can see, I added some beads around the frame. And those beads are from Dollar Tree as well. Alright, so what I want to do to change it up is make it into a wall sconce, of course. I have this really cute jar that I found at Dollar Tree. And here's the skew. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this label. Okay, I'm back and I'm done cleaning the label from the bottom of my glass. It really did take some time. I had to use some alcohol to completely remove the label and the adhesive. So next I'll add some mesh bling, like this bling here, around the neck to tie these 2 pieces together. And here you can find this at Dollar Tree, and you can also find it at totallydazzled.com. I'll link it in the description box. She has some really large rolls of bling. And I'm going to use some of the Dollar Tree FIXALL glue to put around the neck. So I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue. Just like that. I want to do something different with this. I want to put a knob at the very bottom just to give it a different look. I'm going to glue this right in the center. Right in the center, just like that. And I'll allow that to completely dry. But luckily, ahead of time, I went ahead and did one. And I've already added the bling to the neck as well. So what I'm going to do next is glue this right in the center of my glass. Okay, so this is going to be the back. And I'll just go ahead and put some masking tape right on here to help me hold this in place when I lay it down. So again, I'm going to take some of my Gorilla Glue and put it right on the back. I'm just going to go ahead and wait before I add the masking tape because it's still moving a little bit, so I'll just come in periodically, like every 5 to 10 minutes, and check it to make sure that it's still laying exactly the way I want it to. So once it sets up a little bit more, I'll put some masking tape and add some pressure to it. And then I'll let this dry overnight. Okay guys, this is what it looks like in place. Okay, now that it's glued on there, you can add some more trim around here. Anything, you could put like a brooch here, make it a little bit more decorative. So many different things you can do. Because the butterflies did live here before, I will be putting them back on. So it's going to go right on top. Give it a whole new look. I love it. Alright, so again, I've already removed the clip that comes on these. And I'm going to put some of this Gorilla Glue right on top here. And now I'm going to take some hot glue as well and put it right below the Gorilla Glue. And now I'll put this right in the center. Now I'll take some more hot glue and put it right around the base. Try not to disturb the glue that's already there. So now I'll allow the glue to set up completely, put it on the wall, and let you guys see what it looks like.